You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. Today we will be reading the first line of a couple of books to determine which one should go on next month's TBR, blah blah blah. We know the drill by now. I think, without further ado, we should get started and put the spinner wheel up here. Alright, we are now ready with the first picker wheel. So let's see what we get. 6. Alright, so for this shelf we have 12 unread books. So let's see which one will be the first line. 8. Let's see what it is. So the first book is Odin's Child by Siri Peterson. Alright, and we are spinning. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Alright, we have 8. 8 is a good shelf. It is a good shelf. So let's see which book we should get. But first, I'm gonna count how many possible books there is. There was actually only 7 possible books because there was a lot. There was sequels and some series that I have already started, and I'm not going to read sequels for the first line because I don't want to spoil anybody who might also be in the middle of that series, so that is why I don't read the first line of sequels. Let's see which book I should pick up for the first line thing. I'm excited. That was a good shelf. 1. Ooh, am I going to be biased with this one? Caraval. Alright, so I actually feel like we're off to a good start. The only shelves that I kind of don't want, and this might be jinxing it, but the only shelves I don't want is 1 and 2. Should we do a shuffle? Should we do a shuffle? Let's shuffle them. Alright, third shelf. Don't give me 1 and 2. 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 Oh. 12! Isn't that the last shelf? Yeah, it is the last shelf. So since I'm not picking books that are already on my TBR, not picking books that are sequels, and obviously not picking books that I have read, we only have 2 books, both of which are fairly chunky. Let's see which one we should be reading, or reading the first line of. 1. So that is Inkheart by Cornelia Funke. 4th book. Well, 4th shelf. Should we do a shuffle again? Let's shuffle again. Let's go. I mean, if it's 12 now, I'm not going to bother with the second spinner thing because there is only one other option. Ooh, 4. So we have 8 possible books on this shelf, so let's see which one. I don't think that there's anything that I don't want on this shelf, to be honest. 1. I had to stand up for that. No thanks. We have Furyborn by Claire Legrand. Final spin. We have shuffled again. Let's see what it gives us. Please not 1 or 2. Please not 1 and 2. Please not 1 and 2. God damn it. Oh, it gave me 2. 2 is better than 1, I will say that. Alright, so we're between 1 and 7. Let's see. I think I'm kind of hoping for 7, but we'll see. We'll see. Or maybe I'm not really hoping for anything. I'm just... Oh, 5. Let me go and see what book number 5 is. I feel like the universe just kind of wants me to read this book. So once again, we have The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken on here. So that was all of the books. So I think without further ado, we should get started with the reading. Let's just start off with this one, shall we? The Darkest Minds, Alexandra Bracken. I do want to read it, but if I remember correctly, it wasn't the most intriguing first line. So let's see what we have. When the white noise went off, we were in the garden pulling weeds. As I said, this was a book that was also on my first line last month. I still find this fairly intriguing because it is just like a mundane thing of like pulling weeds, and then something, I don't want to say magical, but something dystopian kind of happens to this realm or world. I am intrigued, but it's probably not going to stay on first place. I will tell you that. Next up we have Furyborn. Let's see what we think. The Queen stopped screaming just after midnight. First place. This is more intriguing to me than the other book, simply because I can already feel kind of the vibe and the fact that there actually is a queen. And also, I really want to know why she was screaming. Then we have Inkheart. As I said, I know absolutely nothing about this book. I don't remember why I picked it up, other than the fact that Gavin over at How to Train Your Gavin has recommended it. Let's see what we think. Rain fell that night. A fine whispering rain. I mean, I am intrigued by the book, but I am not judging the book on its own. I am judging the first line, and the first line gave me nothing, so I'm gonna have to put this on third place actually. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Then we have Caraval. Oh yeah. This has been in the first line before. It took 7 years to get the letter right. I mean, it is intriguing, but I do think that I find both Furyborn and The Darkest Minds more intriguing than this. So this is actually going on third place. Alright, so it's either gonna be Furyborn or Odin's Child. Both of them fairly chunky. Odin's Child is definitely the biggest. So see, this might be my issue with reading Scandinavian books in English, because I know how I would say his name, like the name that I'm supposed to read now. I know how I would say it. I would say it in Danish. Danish and Swedish and Norwegian are really, really close, so I'm pretty sure that they would say it similarly. But I don't know how you're supposed to say it in English. Thorald? I would call him Toral, but I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to say Thorald. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Thorald barged inside, but couldn't get the door to shut behind him. Well, it's not on the first place, so it doesn't matter. But I feel like I actually find both The Darkest Minds and Caraval more intriguing, so I think this might actually go in a fourth place. And there we have it. So the book that I will be trying to add to my official TBR but will try and read next month is Furyborn by Claire Legrand. Did I expect this one to win? Not at all. I didn't. I thought Odin's Child or Caraval would win. Here we are, and I'm actually excited because I wouldn't have picked this up next month if it wasn't for my first line thing. Yay for Furyborn. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me down in the comments which book you would have chosen. Also, if you have read Furyborn, what did you think of it? If you just want to let me know that you're here but don't know what to comment, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!